NBA2K Sports pregame show.
Manning the middle at 7'0" number 3, Dwayne Denton. At the shooting guard position at 6'6", number 14, Daniel Green. The 6'2" guard from France, number 9, Tony Parker. The 6'11" forward from Texas, number 12, the L-Train, LaMarcus Aldridge. A 6'7" forward from San Diego State, number 2, Kawhi Leonard. Your head coach is Greg Popovich.
We've got basketball. At the AT&T Center. We're in San Antonio, Texas, the home of the Spurs, live on 2K Sports. The Spurs happy to be returning to San Antonio after the road trip. This is a hot team. They currently hold the best record in the entire NBA.
Well, there's no place like home, Kevin. It's always nice to be in familiar surroundings around those that cheer for you, your family and friends. And home is home. There's no place like it.
Yeah, how about just sleeping in your own bed? You're not flying from city to city, getting in at 3 in the morning and after playing a tough game. So just a lot of advantages in terms of that familiarity when you are home.
And now the Lakers starting group. We've got Z, Paul Millsap out there with Nick Young. Then there's Jordan Clarkson, and it's Huertas in at the 1 spot.
That's a familiar sight. He hardly ever wastes his chances at the line. Cashes in regularly.
Rejected by Millsap. Huertas passes to Clarkson. Millsap against Aldridge. That one goes. Count it.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
Parker with it. He had an 18-point outing in the last game against the Utah Jazz.
And how about the extraordinary display of his passing in that game? He was making all the right decisions and had their offense humming.
5 on the clock. Here's Leonard. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. Well, it was the San Antonio Spurs winning their last game against Utah.
And they may have been on the road, but you know what? They nullified any home court disadvantage in that game by how well they shot it from 3.
Shooting can always be a great equalizer. I mean, when you shoot like that from outside, it really makes winning on the road a lot easier.
Now, here is Young. He's coming off a 22-point game against the Pelicans in New Orleans.
And defensively, guys, he was just all over the place, forcing turnovers and applying terrific ball pressure.
The defender was spinning around like an agitator in the washing machine after that crossover.
I think you're right. Looks a little bit dizzy after that one.
Here's Parker. He's been putting up the points on a very steady basis, averaging around 17.5 points a game. And it's Aldridge missing.
High-quality shot, just a little off there with the release.
And, Greg, that has him S-H-H-ing, shaking his head. Tough miss that time.
Clark.
Out of bounds.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Spurs will take it. Well, as you can now see on the 2K leaderboard, these are the NBA's steal leaders since the All-Star break. Second is Tony Parker. In the third spot, Kawhi Leonard.
You get to the second half of the season, and it can sometimes be a little easy to not pay attention to detail, especially defensively. But these two guys, they're staying after it, making an impact at that end of the floor for their teams.
Outstanding entry pass there. He knew exactly where to go with the ball.
And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Huertas passes to Millsap. Dishes it to Young. There's a good screen. Fires the three. The shot by Clarkson, no good.
And no excuse there for missing that one after being freed up by a great pick.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, they came away empty, but they got the look they wanted, and really, I like the movement and communication there.
Good. Aldridge has got his first 2 points of the night.
Defensively, that possession better not start a trend because they just handed him.
Clarkson passes to Z. It's Dedmon with the rebound. Last game for the Lakers, it was a loss to the Pelicans.
Get plagued by foul trouble throughout in that game. I think it just forced them into some rotations that they weren't comfortable with.
Yeah, and you know, the frustrating part, guys, is that's something that can be avoided. You know, you can correct that, but you've got to move your feet and keep your hands to yourself. You've got to show some discipline.
Lee's checked in for Dwayne Dedmon, and he sinks the second. Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Huertas passes to Clarkson. Lays it in without an inch of room around him.
And off to a strong start offensively. He's got a nice touch.
Parker dishes to Aldridge. Kicks to Lee. Parker outside. Gets a very good look and converts.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
And there's the feed to Millsap. Leonard against Young. Six on the shot clock. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
They've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball into the paint.
Clearly, they've been the aggressors thus far when it comes to attacking the interior in this first half.
Took the safe route there. Wasn't about to do anything that would get him in trouble on that one.
Nope. Up and in with one hand, the most basic finish possible.
But he still makes it look good.
Now, here's Clarkson. 11 points last game. Millsap in the corner. And again, it's the Lakers.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
Parker outside. Aldridge a screen. Parker kicks to Aldridge. Pass to Lee. No good. Good work defensively by Millsap.
Terrific job that time defending at the rim. I mean, it's not an easy task stopping that fella when he's headed to the bucket like that. Good job.
Here's C. Aldridge with some nice D.
Well, the effort was there, but he just couldn't quite fight his way through traffic.
Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Hey, Kevin, I spoke with the Lakers head coach. I asked him what they needed to key in on defensively, and he said, well, we've got to limit penetration by Tony Parker. He's really the, quote, head of the snake. And with his floater, he doesn't need to get all the way to the rim to score. It's crucial that we do our best to keep him outside the lane. Guys, that's no easy assignment. We'll see how much success they have defensively.
Thanks, Doris.
Look at the handles. Gets through the D and... powers it home.
Such a pretty move inside. Clark, how do you stop that?
You don't, Kevin. I mean, as a defender, you got to just stash that one in the memory bank and make sure it doesn't burn you the next time.
So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles. So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. Pau Gasol is checked in for Aldridge. Carter comes in for Leonard. Manu Ginobili's checked in for Daniel Green. And it's Mills in for Parker. Now, here's Clarkson. And he can be counted on to put some points on the board every night. He's averaging right around 13.5 points a game.
And that's just a great individual play right through the teeth of the defense.
And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for Los Angeles?
You know, guys, we've really seen them do a lot of damage in the paint so far.
And also another aspect of their game that's been super so far tonight is how they've been sharing the basketball.
The Spurs shooting their third and fourth free throw shots of the night.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
Yeah, in general, they've been very solid. I mean, free throw shooting isn't something they've had to worry about too much this season, guys.
The Lakers in the lead. Pass to Caspi. There's the pick. Mills with the steal. In transition, here come the Spurs. A wide open look for Gasol. And he misses the go-ahead basket.
The clear look at the hoop, he doesn't miss many of those.
Right wing. Here's Clarkson. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
That's what we came to see. Aggressive, assertive basketball.
He just threw that one down with as much strength as he could muster.
Just flat out angry.
Now here's Ginobili. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. The three ball. Once again off the mark by San Antonio. Lakers leading by 3. Here's Powell. 9 points last game out. From outside the arc. No luck. And San Antonio will go the other way with it. They went to Los Angeles for their last meeting with the Lakers and came out with a victory.
And the last time these teams met, it was a walk in the park, and everybody got in on the act. Their bench was spectacular in that win.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, the starters were extremely happy to get some rest and let the bench guys do the heavy lifting. Definitely a feel-good win for the team.
And great effort on the boards, and what a mean that was, Kevin. I mean, you just will not see him ever quit on a play.
That guy is a handful. You've got to have a body on him, Clark, at all times.
And you know what? Sometimes that's not even enough. He'll go around, over, or through you to get to the pumpkin.
You know, that's hard to explain, that play. I mean, I guess he thought he had more room than he did. And you can tell they're just a little out of sync. I think he just wants to get everybody back on the same page.
Yeah, I like this timeout, Greg. I think it's a good one because it looks like they need a minute to talk things through here.
Now, here's Mills. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. There's 1:38 left to play in the first quarter. The shot misses.
They've got a narrow edge here in rebounding early on. You wonder how much that'll play going forward.
Yeah, it's a game of inches, and every play counts.
Here's Nance. That's tipped. And now in transition is Mills. Here we go. And Carter with the basket on the assist by Mills. Carter's got his first points of the game.
The defense to start and ignite that play was terrific, and I love the fact that they attacked early in the shot clock.
And really look for them now to be even more aggressive on the defensive side. Try to come up with a few more steals.
Los Angeles calls timeout. Now, here's Clarkson, covered by Mills. Randall is screen on Ginobili. Feeds to Clarkson. A rebound by Carter.
Now that's terrific defense at the rim. Got right in his path.
And you know they'll be conscious of him next time they take it inside, too. I mean, that's what really good defenders do. They make you think about their presence.
Here's Clarkson after the made shot from Manu Ginobili. Clarkson with the ball. Gasol covering. Nance, no good. Spurs leading by 3. Ginobili attacking, and the foul. On Pete. That's his first foul.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough break for the D.
Greg, no problem for me with that call. I mean, he was still sliding right there.
San Antonio making a switch here. Dedmon's checked in. 30 seconds left to play in the first. Now here's Mills. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Shot clock at 5. Here's Carter. It's deflected.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
They sure are. I mean, they've done a terrific job carving out space under the basket and then pursuing the ball. You know, it's one thing to box out, but you've got to pursue the ball if you're going to get rebounds. And they look strong here in the early going.
And Tim Duncan closing out what's been a remarkable career, a Hall of Fame career. We heard from teammate Manu Ginobili about what
he really transformed the franchise. He's one of the best players ever.
Well, as Manu saying, Duncan, no doubt the long-term face of the Spurs franchise and arguably their best player ever, which brings up the conversation, Greg, of where he stands all-time league-wide.
Well, he's right there. And listen, let's give him a little more credit, Manu. He's got 5 rings now, you know, having won that championship 2 seasons ago. But look, Kobe's in that category with 5 rings and an MVP as well. So he's an all-time great. I don't know how you rank him, but when you have a conversation about the best ever, Tim Duncan will be in.
Well, up to this point, a closely contested game as we start the second quarter. And guys, what's your take on the Spurs so far?
Right from the start, they have been able to really own that paint and just dominate the backboard.
Well, Greg, you can't dominate the boards unless all 5 guys are making the effort to box out and chase down the ball.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. So for the Lakers right now, Julius Randle is out there with Paul Millsap. Then it's P, and it's Young, and it's Huertas in at the point.
He is an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
You know, he picks the simple one-handed stuff to get the 2 points.
Yeah, and in a close game. No, guys, those could be really important points.
Z's checked in for the Lakers. Just over 1 minute has passed here in the second quarter. And out of bounds as San Antonio gains possession. While we have the chance, we'd like to reveal the list of the past month's best fast break teams in the NBA. Number 1, the Spurs.
They've been playing an exciting brand of basketball during that time. I mean, taking every chance to get out in the open. Floor. You know, I'd have been very impressed if he had got that one to go. Tough D.
Knocks it loose. And oh, here we go with Leonard. Nobody back. The big dunk at the end of the break.
Well, that's why they're on the lead. Aggressive play at both ends. Very nicely done there.
Absolutely. They make the steal, pay dividends instantly on the fast break.
In transition, here comes...
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
That's exactly the way to do it, too, Kevin. Go hard to the bucket and don't let them set up the defense.
That Kia Slam Cam replay really gave you a good look at the action. Lee's checked in for San Antonio. Quarter number 2, we're about 2 minutes in. Parker passes to Aldridge. Nobody guarding him. Shoots it. Misses off the left eye.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
Right back to the basics there, using the one-hand slam for that.
Doesn't he make the basics look pretty exceptional?
Yeah, he does. They look sweet when he does it.
And they better stay with those basics because this game is still yet to be determined. And that's how it's done. I mean, find that hole in the D and then go hard to the rack.
Maybe that hole was a little bigger than it should have been.
Well, it was. I mean, a tight game like this one, you'd think they'd have a little more energy at the defensive end than that.
Outside for Millsap. Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Young with no one around. Off target with his three. Spurs leading by 3. Leonard dishes to Parker. Three-pointer. Offensive rebound. They kick it out to Green from past the arc. Good, and Aldridge gets the assist.
Well, I like the way he orchestrated in tight that time, fellas.
Lakers trail by 6. Here's Wirtz. He kicks to Powell. There's a good screen. And the call will be against David Lee. That's foul number 2 for him.
Boy, that's his second foul, and he does not want to pick up number 3 here. That'll mess your game up for sure.
And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in the second quarter of play.
That makes it 4 turnovers for him now. He's just been lazy with the ball in his hands, fellas.
The Lakers have gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter, 3 of 6. Lee with the block. They retain possession. It's hauled in by Tony Parker.
Oh, you've got to be able to deliver when you get a bunny like that. That's just too easy of a shot to miss.
Aldridge inside. Millsap on him. And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for the Spurs.
They've come out in attack mode on the defensive end. They've applied pressure and forcing turnovers.
Another big aspect of their game tonight has been the fast break, transition opportunities. They're really keeping it up tempo so far.
To the wing right side. Here's Powell, guarded by Green. Powell kicks to Millsap. Clock at 6. That's his 4th basket of the game, and he's only taken 4 shots. Off to a good start.
Nice pass. He got the ball right into his teammate's shooting pocket. On time and on target.
Here's Parker. Got a piece of it. And that'll be San Antonio as it goes out of bounds. Spurs retain possession. Aldridge against Millsap. 5 to shoot. Here's Leonard. Good, and Aldridge gets the assist. And it's 13 points for Leonard.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
Here's Wirtz, covered by Parker. Wirtz passes to Z, and out of bounds as the Spurs gain possession. San Antonio leading by 8. And here is Parker. Aldridge a screen. Parker dishes to Aldridge. And it comes off the front of the rim. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 4 from 3-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. Here's Millsap. Uses both hands to slam it down.
And if that doesn't get them fired up, guys, nothing will.
Greg, just what the doctor ordered, huh? Some high-flying antics to narrow the deficit.
Tell you what, fellas, that could give them the energy boost they've been looking for.
A different look now for San Antonio. Pau Gasol's checked in for Aldridge. Ginobili comes in for Green, and it's Mills in for Tony Parker. And then for Los Angeles, Nancy's checked in for Z. Caspi comes in for Nick Young, and it's Clarkson in for Powell.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
And there's the call on Ginobili. That's his first foul.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
Yep, they'll be trying to draw that next foul quickly so they can start getting those easy chances at the strike.
Vince Carter, he's checked in for the Spurs. Here's Millsap and the powerful one-handed slam.
Beautiful feed off the bounce to his teammate there. Nicely done.
Now Mills. 8 points his last outing. He feeds it to Lee. Takes the 13-footer. He made that one. Basket number 3 for him. He's also missed 2.
Whatever their plan was defensively that time, it didn't work. Not if it results in that shot.
Here's Wirtz. Inside, Gasol with the steal. In transition, here comes San Antonio. And Vince Carter with the slam.
And that's the kind of play you just do not want to give up defensively. You lose the possession and give up a quick 2 at the other end. That's losing basketball.
Especially when you can't afford to give up any buckets. That's a nice lead now.
Here's Clarkson. Nice spin off the left rim and in. Clarkson's got 8. Spurs leading by 6. Ginobili outside. Left side Gasol. Here's Wirtz. To the wing on the left. Millsap has the open look. And the Lakers tack on 2 more.
Great quarter for him at the offensive end, trying to will his team back in the game.
Ginobili with the ball. And they get some nice contributions from him on a nightly basis as he averages over 11 points a game. And that one's good. And the Spurs lead by 6.
You know, as soon as he recognized the height mismatch, he immediately pulled up for the jumper.
And, Greg, that's just good basketball. Come on, good basketball there. Clean look from that range. He's got to take it.
And the Spurs making a change here. Dedmon's checked in. Julius Randle's checked in for Los Angeles. Lakers trail by 6. Picked by Randle. Caspi with the bucket. Caspi's got his first bucket in this one.
8 of the last 10 points at that end of the court have been scored on very high percentage shots in the paint.
And really, there is no resistance defensively right now. It is just far too easy.
It's Ginobili with the drive. Right side Gasol. 6 on the shot clock. Mills can't hit.
The defense needs to play tight on him, and that's exactly what they did to force that miss. Well done.
There's the dish to Nance. That one falls. His second basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3.
Make it 10 of their last 12 points coming off assists.
You have to love the ball movement.
And Mills gets to Gasol. He dishes it to Mills. Spurs passing it around. And then Carter with the jam.
Nice, accurate pass right into the middle.
Lakers trail by 4. The pass to Clarkson. They set the pick. Here's Randle. Some solid defense from Gasol. San Antonio's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Carter kicks to Mills. Shoots off the screen. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
And Kevin, plays like that, really the reason they've got a nice lead right now. Just a great job on the glass.
And Greg, the jam and the follow gets their whole bench jumping. Clark, look at them. They are really into it.
Yeah, they sure are. That's a little salt in the wound there. I mean, they take a miss and turn it into one of the plays of the game. That hurts.
And there's Ginobili. That's good on the assist by Carter. And now an 8-point Spurs lead.
They're working in closer to the bucket here in the second.
Well, the threes weren't falling early, and sometimes seeing a few easier ones go in can renew that confidence.
Here's Wirtz. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force them to the line.
Yeah, exactly. Prevent the layup, give them a little bump, and then maybe they'll think twice about coming into the lane next time. And if they don't think about it, at least they might be distracted by your presence.
Now here's Ginobili. Passes it to Dedmon. 4 on the clock. Here's Gasol, and it's San Antonio with another.
Good job pulling the trigger when the defense opened up for him. He had an opportunity, took advantage of it.
And we finished one half of basketball.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. This arena is packed. Kawhi Leonard is having one of those nights. He had 13 points, 3 rebounds, and 1 steal. All right, and that'll do it for us here. We now take you back to the...
And the third quarter about ready to get underway.
What a performance from Millsap here. 15 points, and he's blocked a shot today as well.
And he's clearly showing off his smarts in a few ways today. That block just being one of them. Just a savvy. Basketball player.
Parker and Green are the guard pairing. Kawhi Leonard is out there with LaMarcus Aldridge. And it's Dedmon in at the center filling out the middle. That's the San Antonio 5. Parker passes to Aldridge. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim. Lakers trail by 6. Dishes it to Young. The tray. Good. Young's got 8 points.
He's not going to miss many of those, if any. Not when he's got that much room.
Parker outside. Kicks it to Leonard. But they recover it. Dedmon dishes to Aldridge. Now the feed to Leonard. Drains it from 17 feet out. He's got 15.
I mean, he was great in his last game, Clark, and clearly he has not lost that love and feeling.
Young against Leonard, and Young kicks to Clarkson. Leonard with the steal, and now it's Leonard running. Here we go. Aldridge with that jam. Beautiful.
And that's the classic. 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal. And then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
That indicates the importance of great on-the-ball defense, as was displayed right there.
Oh, that was a great angle we just saw, courtesy of Kia. And here is Parker. They set the pick. That's to Dedmon. Shot from the wing. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Z's got 4 rebounds in this game. Pass to Clarkson. And he uses the glass on the layup. Now it's just a 3-point Spurs lead.
Now we're talking. He abused the defender off the dribble and then just was able to glide in for the layup.
Aldridge, the pass to Green. Can't connect from short range. For Los Angeles, they've gone 4 for 4 from the field since the halftime break. Terrific start to the third quarter. Here's Clarkson. The pass to Z. Millsap with it. Leonard picks him up. Millsap misses.
But only the first miss of the second half. They've come out here with authority.
Picked him clean. 3 minutes gone now in the third quarter. Green with the block. Here's Leonard. And the officials whistle. A foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line.
That's his third person.
David Lee checked in for Dwayne Dedmon. The Lakers also with a sub. Powell's checked in. The Spurs have hit most of their free throws tonight, 5 of 6. Lakers trail by 6. Clarkson dishes to Millsap. Feeds it to Powell. Millsap a screen on Green. A floater. He with the block. And it's Leonard with the jam.
No doubt that is within his range.
Well, I would hope so. He's a pro, and it was only a one-footer. Come on now.
Clarkson kicks to Powell. Millsap a screen on Green. We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. There's the dish to Clarkson. Just 5 on the clock. And it's sent back by Aldridge. Now Green, taking a look at his numbers, he averages about 7 points a game. To the left side wing. Parker kicks to Aldridge. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good.
No other way to put it. Just a poor shooting performance for him, but luckily his teammates have picked up the slack. Now, nice work there to contest the finish inside.
You know, they got the shot they wanted, but his defense, deterred them from those plans.
Parker outside. He kicks it to Aldridge. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Parker. Parker's got 3 assists now in this one. And we'll get a look at how the hustle stat game has been going for the Spurs.
We've seen them make the extra effort from a defensive standpoint, closing out airspace and sending shots back.
They've repeatedly gotten out on the break tonight as well and scored a lot of baskets in transition.
Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
I had a chance to find out what Los Angeles' coach was going over with his guys. He told the team he wanted their offense to run through Millsap. Coach detailed the ways to ensure he's the one in charge out there, with the ball in his hands and the rest of the players falling in line behind him. Well, they need to make something happen before the start of the fourth quarter, and maybe those changes will do the trick, Kevin.
Thanks, Doris.
It seems that every pass they make is leading to a score here. That's just exquisite ball movement.
And that's because the ball is looking for the best shot, and it's really paid off for them during the run.
They get it again. Passes it to Clarkson. Outside Millsap. Young against Leonard. There's the screen. Z the pass to Clarkson. To the inside, trying to get back on track. Shot is good, and the Spurs lead is cut down to just 10 points on the bucket for Millsap.
Well, he certainly isn't the one to blame for them being in the hole. He's been on the money with his game.
San Antonio calls timeout.
Taking a time here to talk things over is a smart idea.
One of the things you want to do is make sure everybody is clearly on the same page with the game plan. And sometimes you need a timeout to make sure that's the case.
Manu Ginobili, he's checked in for Daniel Green. Randall's checked in for Los Angeles.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Yeah, I like the fact that the setup was good, the screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact the defender didn't do his job as well as he could have.
Here's Clarkson. 12 points for him. Young's shot is off.
Solid rebound there, and with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
Yeah, another column in the stat sheet that hasn't gone in their favor. To climb back, they've got to put forth more effort.
Parker dishes to lead. And it's good on the assist by Parker. Parker's got assist number 5 here tonight.
Another pass put right into the shooter's pocket, right in the shooting pocket for a terrific assist. They've done a lot of that today.
And it's something we haven't seen much of at the opposite end of the floor.
Oh, and the dunk by Young.
Cutting into the lead with a huge one-hand throwdown.
That's how to get your team back into it.
Yes, sir.
I tell you what, guys, that might also put a little spark into those guys. Ooh, that's as forceful a finish as you're ever going to see out of this guy.
Well, gee, it adds now to their lead in spectacular fashion.
And, you know, that lead's only going to grow if they're not prepared to defend a little more staunchly than that.
Assisted by Jordan Clarkson.
So it's San Antonio now. And after this one, they're home against Minnesota. And that game is the second of 2 straight at home. Ginobili kicks to Aldridge. And the foul called on Paul Millsap.
He just picked up his 4th personal foul, and now he's got some foul trouble hanging over his head, guys.
A different look now for San Antonio. Pau Gasol is checked in for Lee, and it's Mills in for Tony Parker. Larry Nance is checked in for the Lakers. Caspi comes in for Nick Young, and the foul called on Kawhi Leonard. That's his first foul. Vince Carter is checked in for San Antonio. Here's Clarkson. He feeds it to Randall, and Caspi has it in the corner. It's rebounded by Aldridge. Aldridge has got 3 rebounds now in this one. Gasol passes to Carter. Oh, that's blocked. And they'll keep possession. Scooped up.
Excellent, excellent box out there, keeping himself between the man and the basket.
And the shot is good.
Good ball movement. He put that pass in the ideal spot, right where it needed to be.
Spurs leading by 10. Mills with it. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Clarkson with the ball. Picked up by Ginobili. Nance a screen. Dishes it to Randall. Here's Powell. Covered by Mills. 4 on the shot clock. Rejected by Ginobili. And so the ball's out of bounds. Ginobili touched it last. And the Spurs making a change here. Dedmon's checked in.
Welcome, fans, to the FIBA World Championships.
Here's Huertas. Tries a 3 off the inbound. And it's good. He's got 7.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agendas.
Yeah, and it's really fun to see that kind of unselfishness. Really hard not to appreciate all the assists they've racked up.
On the wing, Nance. 16 feet away. Nice jump shot. Good. And now just a 5-point Spurs lead. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stats for the Lakers?
Defensively, they played with a lot of energy, and the steals we've seen are a result of that aggressiveness.
Another factor here tonight has been the amount of points they've scored off turnovers.
It's not winning basketball when you're attempting shots like that.
Yeah, come on now. You got to remember it's a team game. He's got 4 teammates out there with him. I don't think he needs to try to do it all by himself like that.
The offensive rebound.
Well, that's a warm-up jumper there. I mean, when you're a pro, you can't make excuses for missing that.
And there's the call on Ginobili. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. 27 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. Huertas passes to Pop. Nance a screen. And boy, that looked like goaltending. Yes, it is. And so they will award the basket there.
Now, how about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
Gasol a screen. And here's Mills from the arc to end the drought, and finished off by Gasol.
And doing some dirty work on the offensive glass.
And then fouls it up Greg with heavy-duty jam on his mind with a terrific putback.
Yeah, the pigeon on that one. Easy.
Thanks for joining us again as we get set for the 4th quarter. A terrific game so far. Spurs leading by 5. And on the court for the Lakers to start the 4th. We've got Paul Millsap. Also, Z out there. Powell is out there with Young. And it's Huertas in at the point. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. And he makes the first. He's perfect from the line this time. Now here's Leonard. Good-looking screen by Gasol. Leonard dishes to Parker. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. And the Spurs lead by 6.
And the deeper we get into this game, it seems like the more the offenses are in rhythm.
Without question. I mean, both of these teams are firing on full broadband bandwidth. I mean, full throttle ahead.
Lakers trail by 6. To the wing on the left. There's the pick. Knocks it loose. And Parker comes with the help. And the call will be against Tony Parker. That's his first foul. Marcus Aldridge is checked in for Pau Gasol. And the Lakers also making a change. Jordan Clarkson, he's checked in for Pau. Pass to Huertas. Here's Clarkson. No luck. Great D that time from Green. Leonard kicks to Parker. He dishes it to Aldridge. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. And yes, sir, that one drops.
In that tight, with that much of an advantage height-wise, there's just not a lot the defense can do.
Outside Millsap. Out to the wing. That one's good. The San Antonio lead is cut down to just 6 points, and the bucket from Clarkson. For San Antonio, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. They set the pick, and the wide open shot from Green. And again, it's San Antonio with a 3.
Three-point shot has been a real weapon for them in the second half.
Yeah, they've really done a good job of creating good looks from the outside, and now they've really got it going.
And oh, here we go with Leonard. Nobody back. Throws down the breakaway jam.
And it's all one-way traffic tonight, boy. They have been lights out offensively.
And there's no telling how big that lead's going to get. But, again, it's just one game, but nonetheless a very impressive one, the way they've handled their business here.
Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. On the wing, Green. He's covered by Clarkson. That's a 2 from Parker. Rebound collected by Clarkson.
And it's just one of those days, guys. He has just struggled to shoot the basketball.
Right side, Leonard. And he gets the bucket.
And really, it looks like he may just try to take this thing over on his own and really build that lead up.
They set the screen. The kick out to Young. Takes a 3. The shot will not go.
Physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. That plus 10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Yeah, not to mention what it says on the scoreboard. They're really pushing them around. Straight bully ball. Just too dangerous of a shooter to leave alone from beyond the arc.
We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. And it's slammed in by Millsap.
I tell you what a good thing that he showed up today, because without him, this thing would already be over.
And here are the Spurs. They're on a 15-6 run. It's stolen. Here's Huertas, covered by Parker. Kicks to Young. The 3. Add basket number 6 to his stat sheet. He's now 6 for 10.
Right now, the defense needs to do a better job of closing out on this guy. He's heating up from outside.
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over. All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear Greg Popovich coaching his team during that last break. His advice clear-cut. I want to see you playing to win, not playing not to lose. I don't care what the lead is. We do not back off.
David Lee's checked in for the Spurs. Mills comes in for Tony Parker.
Phenomenal alley-oop slam right there, guys.
They're taking advantage, Clark, of a team that looks lost out there.
Guys, this one is threatening to get really ugly.
Here's Huertas. Shot clock at 6. Shot from 12. Here's Millsap, and it's sent back by Aldridge. 3-on-3. Here's Leonard. No luck. Good defensive work there by Young. Lakers trail by 11. The feed to Clarkson. Lets it go from the baseline and nails it. Clarkson's got 4 points in the quarter.
Wow, he was just wide open there. That's way too easy.
And here's Mills. Looking for Aldridge. He gets it there. And that one goes in as he is fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts at the line.
Yeah, terrific play right there. Great strength to finish through the contact.
That's exactly how it should be done. Get the bump, concentrate on the shot, and you'll get the bucket too.
The kick out to Young, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Spurs will take it.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Mills passes to Aldridge. Oh, he misses the dunk.
I like his tenacity getting to the basket there, even though the dunk rattled out. 99 times out of 100, you'll get the dunk or the foul.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
Aldridge sets up the pick now for Leonard. Off the screen, and Aldridge slams it in.
Taking it to the rack with power right there.
Hammering down with the two-handed slam.
Just piling on the lead with the dunk like that.
Millsap in the corner. And Young kicks to Clarkson. Six to shoot. And that one comes up a bit short.
Boy, there was no hand in his face right there. I thought for sure he was going to knock that down.
Leonard dishes to Lee. To the paint. Here's Aldridge. And it's San Antonio with another. Here's Wirtz. With some arc. Rebound San Antonio. Aldridge has got rebound number 5 here tonight.
Yeah, and that's been the story of the game. I mean, the rebounding has been very one-sided.
Yeah, and they've been on the winning end. I mean, effort is one thing you can always control in addition to attitude. I would credit this lead to force of will.
Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
So how about David Lee in this one? He's got 10 points and 3 denied. Excellent defensive presence on the glass and delivering some of that shot blocking skill too.
He has really just owned the paint. Well-rounded performance.
Here's what San Antonio's going with right now. Manu Ginobili, he's checked in for Green. And Tony Parker's subbed in for Patty Mills.
Boy, they are passing the ball very crisply right now.
They really are, and their last 3 buckets have come by way of an assist.
Lee outside. Aldridge inside. Millsap covering. Gets the bucket and the foul. Millsap, and so he's picked up his final foul, and he will sit for the rest of this game.
Well, luckily, they've got some really solid backups. You hate to see a player DQ'd, disqualified due to fouls, but they can do a decent job of replacing his production.
Here's what San Antonio's going with right now. B comes in for Manu Ginobili, and it's D in for Tony Parker.
And they need a timeout, Kevin. They haven't been boxing out like they need to, and they're giving up a ton of second-chance points.
Los Angeles calls timeout. A different look now for San Antonio. Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for Lee. Bertanis comes in for LaMarcus Aldridge. And it's Carter in for Leonard.
Vince Carter.
They set the pick. And Young, here we go. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam.
And then the young fella busts out the slick move inside to get open. for the jam.
Greg, that was sick and slick. The D had no chance.
Yeah, he was one step ahead of him the entire way.
Here's Bertanis. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist. And the Spurs lead by 16.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off the perimeter guys, too.
Count the bucket.
Yeah, heads-up aggressive play right there. Saw the smaller man on him and took it straight to the basket.
San Antonio leading by 14. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. And there's the foul. It's on Dwayne Dedmon. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. .132 left in the 4th quarter of this one. Now Clarkson, the kick out to Young. .11 feet away. Can't get it to go. Now San Antonio takes it the other way. Bertanis defended by Young. There's a screen. Right wing. Carter outside. Shot clock at 6. Stolen by Clarkson. Now the Lakers on the break.
And so only one team answered the bell tonight, guys. Not a monster blowout by any means, but still a double-digit victory for the Spurs.
2 great rebounding teams, Clark.
Yeah, and these guys just worked a little bit harder tonight. That was the edge that was needed.
And words can hardly describe the way these guys have come out game after game after game and been dominant facing both conferences. When they hit the 72-win mark, we thought it couldn't continue. And when they rewrite the record books once more, we'll say, wow, we were glad we watched it all. What a team.
And in this era of unparalleled parity, it takes a lot to sweep an opponent in 4 straight games. But that's exactly how they finished off their season series tonight against the Lakers.
And what a huge standout performance it was for Kawhi Leonard. It was the kind of game for him that all scorers dream of, where the basket seemed as wide as a barrel.
Fast break, the Lakers. No good from Caspi. And so it's San Antonio easily taking this one. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
Well, you know, it makes a big difference. I mean, you never felt like they had any doubt that they'd come out on top.
And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris?
Well, Marcus, a fine performance for you individually, and it certainly seemed like this team was working well together. What was the key to that?
Moving defense, I thought, in the second.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Thank you, Kevin. And now let's move on to the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Kawhi Leonard. He had an outstanding 3rd quarter. Whatever they needed in terms of energy and offense, he was the firepower that propelled. And that wraps things up, folks. Thanks for joining us. For Shaquille.